Hi, I'm Matt with SmallHD, and today we're going to go over our wireless monitors with Teradek Bolt 6. A long time ago, before Bolt 4K, it all started with the 703 Bolt. Here was the first time we'd ever put a Teradek Bolt inside of a SmallHD monitor, and the Bolt inside only had a range of 500 feet. We made it as a receiver. That way, if you ever had a transmitter, you'd be able to receive from the camera without buying an extra receiver or having an extra receiver take up a bunch of space, make it heavier, or have a bunch of cables that you had to deal with. It made it seamless, light, and easy to use. Keep in mind, this is not compatible with any Bolt we currently sell. I'm just showing you where it all started. Now that we're done with the grandfather of all SmallHD wireless monitors, I'm going to move on to our product line. Now, we don't sell Bolt 4K anymore, but Bolt 6 is fully compatible with Bolt 4K transmitters and receivers, as well as Bolt 4K monitors. It all started with the Cine 7. As Cine 7 and then Indy 7 was coming out, so was Bolt 4K. We wanted to make a monitor that's seamlessly integrated inside of the monitor chassis itself, like the 703 Bolt, but Cine 7 wasn't an Ultra. It was meant to be a more budget-friendly monitor, especially the Indy 7. What we did is we created the monitor module. Here you could buy a Cine 7 and then upgrade to a Teradek Bolt later on. Now we started with Bolt 4K modules. We don't sell those anymore. So what you see here is a Bolt 6 module. You could buy a Cine 7 on smallhd.com, go to teradek.com and buy a Bolt 6 module if you want a receiver or transmitter. Now that's a perfect segue into something you're seeing here, which you may not be used to seeing if you have older gear. This is our internal antenna. What we had for a long time was external antenna. With the external antenna, you could take it off and lose it. It could break. It could get caught in a case. What we did from there is we created an antenna where it is built into the Teradek under this cap. This way you can't break or lose any antenna. And with the newer monitors with IP ratings, it keeps it weather sealed. You could buy these monitor modules in external or internal antenna, and as well as now you could get these flexible antenna. Helps keep them from breaking off in your case at the end of a long day. Just make sure when you shoot again for best signal, keep them orientated up. Now that we have talked about internal antenna and Bolt modules, let's talk about integrated Bolt. Now, once we started doing the high-end line of monitors, the Ultra series, we went back to the design philosophy of 703 Bolt, integrated into the monitor, lighter, less bulky, and it has weather sealing. Now, the Ultra 5 was released before internal antenna. But as soon as Ultra 7 came out, we added internal antenna, so you have the ones with 750 range and 1500 RX. There is one exception to that rule though. The 1500 TX is external antenna. The reason is the internal antenna only has so much range. We wanted to preserve the fidelity once you got to 1500 feet, and we decided with the transmitter, we'll go back to external antenna. As we move on to the Ultra 10, you're gonna have internal RX. So the Ultra 10 has an internal receiver, but we are not making an Ultra 10 with an internal transmitter. Reason for that is the 10-inch monitor is quite big. It's not always used on the camera unless you're in a broadcast setting, and it wouldn't be transmitting in that way. This is primarily going to be used as a receiver monitor. If an AC wants to pull focus, needs a bigger screen, you need one in the back of a pursuit vehicle on a crane, this is the ideal monitor for you. And what you're seeing here is not Teradek Bolt. This is the built-in Wi-Fi. This will come in 750 as well as 1500 internal antenna. Now remember, to recap, and with the Indy 7 and Cine 7 monitor modules, 750, 1500, remember 1500 is always external. Ultra 5, only 750. We don't have a 1500 version. And this is our only 5-inch monitor that even has Teradek Bolt inside of it. Once you get up to Ultra 7 and Ultra 10, you can have 750 and 1500 receivers. And then Ultra 7 can do the transmitter, which is great if you have a transmitter and receiver. You could put camera control on one. You only need one camera control in the chain, and you could do camera control wirelessly on your receiver monitor. Now remember, these are all compatible with each other. Bolt 6 and Bolt 4K both compatible, and compatible with any Teradek transmitter or receiver. So you could buy these a la carte, buy your monitor, and you're good to go. You are bottlenecked by your range. So if you have a 1500 on one end, 750 on the other end, it's only gonna do 750. So make sure you have that in mind when you make your purchase. Now this is a brand crossover, so you may be wondering where to get what. Anything that has a monitor, get it at smallhd.com. The one exception is our monitor module That is sold on Teradek.com. So that's everything on wireless monitors with Teradek Bolt 6 integration. Go to Teradek.com or SmallHD.com if you need a refresher on anything we learned here today, as well as look through some of the product pages and see what combination works for you. I'm Matt, this has been fun.